here with another Advice to You, Stories from You video. And I'm here with 3 big stories instead of the normal 6. So let's just get into the video. Some of this stuff will irk you, so put it in the comments if you think it's so, am I the asshole-y or am I overreacting? All right. Am I the asshole for having a routine? Let me explain. Hi, Sophie. I'm 23 and male. Well, you're already in the wrong for being a man, but we'll see where this goes.
No one's laughing.
Come on, that was funny. Laugh.
I said laugh.
I have a routine to keep up work. I work in the military, so we'll just leave it at that. But my girlfriend, who I love very much, by the way, is all over the place. Do you love her? Do you love her very much? Because it's starting to sound like you're trying to make that like the,
oh, I love her very much, but I'm going to say a bunch of things that why I don't actually love her.
all right. I mean, I'll benefit of the doubt you right now because a lot of people have their pet peeves. I do too, but I wake up at 6 to 6:30 latest on the weekends due to not working. Okay, so you don't work weekends. Every other day, I wake up at 5 to be ready at 6 unless it's a delayed call. Fair enough. Weekends I've always had a routine though. I wake up at 6 and make coffee. Now my girlfriend is living with me. Oh my God, whoop-de-doo, she's living with you. Isn't that a blessing? Isn't that a blessing?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And she's very lovey-dovey. I have no problem with it. Whenever someone says, I have no problem with it, you have a problem with it. Have you noticed that? All right. Well, I'm sorry. I might be judging a little too much. But she sleeps till 10 and pulls me to keep sleeping when I try to get up. I've gotten up a few times, and she will get up and follow me sadly to the kitchen saying, come back, keep sleeping with me. That's so bad. That's such a nasty, nasty girlfriend to be like, oh, please, babe, can you come sleep with me, please? You make me comfortable. That's so bad. Oh, my God. My boyfriend would hate me if I did that. My boyfriend would hate me if I did that.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. This has happened a few times. It's not a problem. It sounds like it is, dude. You keep saying it's not a problem. I love her very much. But you starting to make me feel like you might be a little peeved at what she's doing. You're starting to make me feel like that. But it can go 2 ways. She can go back to sleep and wake up a few hours later while I'm gaming with my bros, and then she'll come out in her blanket and pushes against me, throwing the controller out of my hands. I feel like that's a rite of passage for a woman to just throw your controller off you. I mean, constantly it's going to get annoying. I do feel you there. It might get really annoying if that's a constant, but that's just what women are. We're cuddly little creatures. We do that to our girlfriends. We do that to our boyfriends. We do that to anyone we're with. You got to realize that. That's not a red flag. That just means she loves you and wants to cuddle with you. You did leave her in the bedroom. The second one, she doesn't go back to sleep and will be cranky, which is worse because she's all over the place. Let me tell you something. Having her be cranky because she didn't sleep is way worse than her potentially breaking your controller. Okay, all right. I think I have my verdict, but we'll hold off on saying it. Okay, let me break this down. She wants to pull me back into bed, and I lose 4 hours that I normally am awake. No coffee, and I'm just on my phone while she sleeps. Oh my God, it's such a problem to relax. No, actually, I take that back. Some people have supreme ADHD and supreme OCD and must do things in a certain way. But they feel like, oh my God, if I don't do this, it's going to like ruin my whole day. I do get that, and I understand it because I have OCD and I have autism and all that stuff, and I do get it. But at some point, when are you going to be like, okay,
well, maybe a little change isn't going to hurt me.
I know change hurts some people. I do. I understand that it makes, in the brain, you're like, no, I can't change this. But you got to realize you're just going to keep hurting her if you keep down this path of you're going to hurt yourself and hurt her if you keep down this path of being like, I'm going to hide this under the covers until I blow up at her and she doesn't understand why. Just saying. And 4 hours and losing those 4 hours of being awake does not matter in the long run because you'll still be up at 10. You have many hours of the day unless you go to sleep at like 6 o'clock. Who goes to sleep at 6 o'clock? Comment down below if you go to sleep at 6 o'clock because I don't believe anyone does that unless they're sick. And then I normally play games with the bros, but if she pulls me back to be awake, I can't because she seems like she doesn't like it. Okay. Then I'll go out to eat lunch, but normally she wants me to stay and watch TV. But when I want to do this on the weekdays, she wants to go out and be on the town. Have you talked to her about this? I feel like this is you have not communicated your feelings. Because I feel like she would understand if you talked to her. And not just be like, no, babe, we can't do it that way. Okay. All right. My biggest routine is when I go to bed, and I like to play on my phone. But she wants me to watch TikToks on her phone. Okay, all girls do this. They're like, babe, look at this, babe, look at this. Be off your phone so you can look at me, because this is funny. I want you to enjoy together. And some guys just don't enjoy it. Some guys are like,
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
I can't wind down to those things. And when she's ready to fool around or sleep, I'm not. And it makes it hard sometimes because then she'll get upset the next day. One, why are you letting her go to sleep upset? Why are you letting her go to sleep upset? Rule 1, in any relationship, don't go to sleep upset. It's just going to make you you're going to potentially break up or have a divorce. I will tell you that. That is, makes it hard for me sometimes the next day. And then she'll ask me the most hated question. Do you love me? What do you think? Well, my verdict on the situation is no one's the asshole in this. It's just that you're overreacting. You're kind of like, oh, I can't do what I want, so I'm going to, like, send the submission in and tell you how I feel, when really all you need to do is talk. In my opinion, that a simple conversation, a simple sit down, or a simple text would probably solve half your problems. Because 10 times out of 10, it's just women like to sleep more than men because we have a lot of problems going on with our bodies half the time. And it sounds like she's just a really sleepy, eepy girl, and that's okay. It's okay to have a sleepy girl. I mean, I'm a person that also does that most of the time. If I don't have to work early, that's when. And my boyfriend, he wants to wake up so early, and I'm like, no, you sleep. And I've got him in a routine because of it. But if you don't want your routine to be changed, tell her that this is what I want to happen, and that when you wake up at 10, I'll get off my game. You either are sacrificing your time in the morning for her to stay there with her, or you're gonna sacrifice. You're either sacrificing the time in the morning for her, or you're gonna sacrifice it when she's awake. This is not always you. This is gonna be her too. I'm just going to say that. But I do believe that she should understand that you need to do stuff if this is what you need to do. But then again, your body's probably really conditioned to waking up at that time. So sitting there for 4 hours might be the biggest ick for you. But if you're doing it for her, what's really the problem? Happy wife, happy life. And if you don't see like this is working, go find someone else, dude. Because honestly, these are petty problems that can be solved with simple communication. And if she if she just still like that, or like even worse after this, then she's clearly not for you. I don't know what to say. Honestly, I don't feel like she's doing anything wrong. I just feel like she's being a normal girlfriend. Because I feel like that's normal girlfriend activity. Maybe I'm the asshole. Comment down below. I don't know. Hi, Sophie. I'm 25 female and I'm married to a 28 male. Well, we've been married for 3 years and are pregnant. Congratulations! But I'm starting to think my mom and sister aren't going to respect the wishes for our baby. Tell me if I'm overreacting. All right, I will. I'll be honest with you. Honestly, Mother-in-laws are not my favorite if they're going to not listen to their sons or their daughter-in-laws, honestly. But that's my opinion. Let's get into it. First, I don't want the baby to be held for the first 24 hours by anyone but me and my husband. Obviously, this does not include the nurses or doctors. I keep getting that comment from my sister saying
that, well, what about the nurse and doctors?
Obviously, they are helping the baby, and my sister can clearly not help the baby in that situation. She just wants to hold them. Okay, that's fair. Honestly, that is really, yeah, I understand that. Secondly, I don't want anyone kissing the baby. This can lead to sickness. Third, I really don't want baby gifts that aren't on my list. No clothes and definitely no pumps that I don't trust. That's fair. Because especially if you're not doing a gender reveal party and you're waiting, you want to not have like gender clothes. You don't want to have pink clothes if you're going to have a boy, and you don't want to have blue clothes if you're going to have a girl. Honestly. You want to have gender neutral clothes. Anyways, my husband's mom, who was 48, gave me clothes that she thinks that our boy will like. We don't know the gender, obviously. I figured, like, even I, who is not in your life, understood that you didn't know the gender. But anyways, I won't know to the delivery date, so no clothes that aren't gender neutral. My sister-in-law gave me a pump she used on herself. Okay, controversial opinion. I'm not calling a person like germy or dirty when I say this. I'm just like, I do not want your used pump. Especially when I don't care what people say. Oh my God, it could be clean. They've probably put antiseptic on it or something like that. I do not want it. I'm sorry. I don't want what you used because I want to get my own. That's part of the experience. If I was struggling, maybe I would ask for a hand-me-down. But I wouldn't want it personally because I'm not paranoid about germs. I can't imagine thinking about another person using my pump. That's the thing. That's just me thing. Maybe it's not her thing, but used on herself. She told me it was a good pump, so I should take it since her and her boyfriend aren't planning to have any more kids anytime soon. Okay, fair enough, get it. I'm not trying to be anyway, but the one that she had is not that pricey and is very cheap, and I want one that I've looked into at least. More expensive. That would work very well and not backfire on me. Okay, she has concerns as a new mom. She just doesn't want to have to go get another one, which is very good on her. Where were we? And I don't want her wanting it back and me accidentally breaking it. Ooh. My husband has spoken to them, but his sister told him that she isn't dirty. It's not about being dirty. It's just that she doesn't want that one. God. And that she would have accepted it if I had given it to her. Newsflash, I am not her. This is what makes me aggravated, is that the mom still thinks our baby is a boy and gets close that says grandma's boy and daddy's little man. I don't want her spending unnecessary money when it might not be even a boy. So I sat down and told the both of them to take back their gifts. If they don't want to get another one, they do not have to by any means. But if they do, to follow the list that I gave everyone. I don't mind duplicates at all. I didn't ask for clothes and I didn't ask for a pump for a reason. Am I overreactive? Girl, you are not overreacting. Honestly, if I was in the position you were in, I would feel the exact same way. What? Pumps are for one person only, in my opinion. If you're going to give them away, that's for someone else to say, hey, does anyone have a hand-me-down? If you don't say that they don't want your pump, I'm sorry. It's a thing, especially for, people, around where I live, no one accepts hand-me-downs. If she wanted a hand-me-down, she would have accepted it. But at least talk to her and be like, hey, do you want this? Instead of wrapping it up and giving it to her. And say,
oh yeah, this is the one I used. It was the one I used on myself. Like,
that's kind of, no. Honestly, I would be off put by that. The sister is giving more of like, the grandma was probably just being the typical grandma, to be honest. You're not overreacting about the sister, maybe a little about the grandma. I mean, you could potentially have a boy in the future and just save those clothes for a boy. I mean, daddy's little man isn't that bad when you think about it. Grandma's boy is, but I think that honestly, you're okay. You're okay. You're not overreacting by any means, and they neglected to get what you wanted on the list that you sent out to everyone prior to this. And of course, it was probably like a huge function where you had to deal with this. Because I'm imagining, this is what I'm imagining. She didn't say it was a huge function, but she said that there was a list. So I'm assuming there was at least a baby shower that didn't have a gender reveal. And was like, oh yeah, what do you think it is? And we'll reveal it after. And then people are just getting her gifts that are not on her list, which is actually would peeve me off as a hormonal pregnant woman. And you are not overreacting at all, girl. It is very not okay that they ignored it, but also just save the clothes at least. You give the pump back. I don't agree with that. But save the clothes for maybe when you have a boy. You might not ever have a boy, and maybe you can just give them to someone else. That's fine. But honestly, do what you want to do because I did not like the pump thing. The pump thing irked me. All right, final one. Hi, I'm a 27 male. My girl is 25, and my friend is 26, who is staying with us. My girl is getting odd vibes from him, and I don't know what to do. Am I being the asshole and or overreacting to this? Please tell me. Okay. I don't know if this is going to be an overreacting one. This might just be like a I give you advice one because I don't know if this is an overreaction. But we'll see. Me and my girl have had our ups and downs, and she's always had this vibe about my friend for a certain degree, but not always. He's my best friend, and he's told me he's been through my life through many different things, and I'm not going to believe my girl. Wait, what? And I'm not gonna. Okay. I thought you was gonna say I'm not gonna believe my girl. Oh my gosh, dude! I thought for a second this is gonna become a horror story. I'm not gonna not. That's a tongue twister. Believe my girl. When she's saying she's getting an odd vibe, especially after he lost his job and apartment out of the blue in the middle of winter. Why was that? Can we get context about that? My girlfriend at first said she was fine with him staying with us, but slowly is adapted into being very uncomfortable and now wanting to be alone with him. Dude, I think he did something to your girl because there's no way she would just be like,
I don't want to be around him, clearly.
He might have said something to her that she didn't like, to be honest. It might have had a sexual undertone. We don't know. We need more context. She says it's a strict feeling that something's up with him and that he's not being normal. Okay. My girlfriend is very good at telling who has a good moral compass. She's only met with a few of my coworkers, and still she's weeded out which ones are good and which ones are bad and which ones get fired right after she says these things. Ooh, she's a witch. She's a witch. Your girl is a witch, and she is great at this. Okay, because a lot of people don't realize this, and that I'm gonna side back on the witch later, but a lot of people realize that empaths can sense that. Like, if you grow up with someone who's like really psychologically in tune with themselves, they'll understand other people very well, and they'll be able to tell you, oh, that person's gonna have a tough time down the road, and then 2 seconds after they say that, something bad happened to them. And she was always right. She's never said anything about my best friend, but now, which has me worried because now I think that he's going down a dark path. I don't know if this is like magic or voodoo that my girlfriend does to know these things, but I really don't care. When we're all out together, she's very jumpy, and he's very touchy-feely type of person, so of course he likes to do fist bumps, high fives, hugs, and she's very hesitant and also flinches. To do this before, but now she's doing it a lot. Dude, I think he said or did something to your girl, to be honest. And I think she's afraid to say anything. Some girls are very afraid, especially people that are in tune with their emotions. They're so afraid of hurting other people's feelings. I doubt that he would ever have done anything to her when I wasn't there, which when he first started saying which I told him if he ever did anything to her, I would be the one he would have to deal with when he first started staying with us. But now I'm starting to get suspicious that he might have actually done something. I am too. I think he did. I think you should talk to him. And I think you should talk to your girl most often. Like, that doesn't sound right. There's something more to this. She says that I don't have to kick him out, but she wants to sit down and talk to him about a few things, which I have no idea what that we're going to talk about because she's had this bad feeling. Am I being oblivious, or is there something going on? I think there's something going on. I think your girl wants to drop a bombshell on both of you, basically, and tell you that he did something to me without him being aggressive towards her or something like that. Because why would she be flinching? Why would she say she's getting a horrible bad feeling? And out of the blue. Out of the blue. And also, he lost his apartment and lost his job, which is fine. People have that problem. But that usually happens after they did something very wrong. So, I don't know. Karma might have hit him in the wrong way and he just might be down. And he might just give an odd vibe to her because... Or he might just be saying stuff because he's upset. He's saying stuff to her that he can't say to you because you would get mad at him. So he's doing it to her and he's taking it out on her and she doesn't like that. I'm thinking it might be that. But honestly... I think that talk is going to be a lot, and I would love if you would follow up on this story and tell me what happened, because I need to know what actually happened. Without context, I'm starting to be afraid that he, assaulted her or something. I'm afraid for her. I'm also afraid for you, but I'm mostly afraid for her, because there's no way she's flinching around him like that. That also, it cuts out the, he might have just said something to her part because she's flinching out of the blue. Dude, I don't think that's a good idea. I think you should just kick him out, have him go somewhere else. Have him live with his parents. If his parents are not there anymore, siblings maybe? I don't know. Dude, it sounds like he actually did something. So, I don't think you're being oblivious. I think you just need to sit down and tell him to get out because your girl is not having fun. And honestly, it's going to put strain on your relationship. Did you like these stories? Did they compute to you? And if so, or if not, put it down in the comments. Obviously, I'm Tiny Nook Sophie. I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully, you liked and subscribed by getting to this point. And if you did make it to this point, put a yellow heart down below. See you in the next video.